Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me talking? Numbers up to the world. It's me, Yasmin Adams. And 3 years, 1 month, and 1 day ago.
She's identified as Yasmin Adams. She's in very critical condition, lost a lot of blood. Her arms were badly injured.
That was me. A commentator in front of all these hospitals talking about me on me. Well, today, here I am doing my own commentary in front of another hospital, Lauderdale Hospital. Because a year ago today, I checked in here, and I woke up a month later in another hospital with a DNR. They said they were going, I should have been dead by now and all of this other stuff. So come on, let's go see her. Let's go say hello and see what they got to say next. Do I look sick to y'all? You tell me. All right, let's go see if I look sick today. This is what they did, okay? I checked in, right? I checked in with a breathing problem, and I couldn't hold on for it. I didn't know what was wrong. I don't remember nothing after that. One of my aunts had reminded me that I had a conversation with a female doctor. Then I know I want to know the whole truth, right? That's it. That's the last thing I remember. The next thing I remember, I'm in Kendrick. I cannot talk. I don't have any mirrors in front of me, I don't know why I can't talk. I don't even realize that I'm supposed to be able to talk because I'm under so many drugs. I thought I was in the basement of a McDonald's being cooked on or worked on, and I didn't know what was going on because the commercials was invading with my mind or whatever. I don't know, okay? When I do look to see whatever relatives were coming to check me, these are the ones who left me as a cripple to suffer and batter around for the year and a half that I've been a cripple. And they were clearly documented at Broward County not to be on my proxy. Yet, the people here I tried to convince them after they put the vent on me, after they laid me up, after I was laid out, of course as a cripple, now I can't talk, now I got the vent, now I look extra half dead. Then they're trying to say, yeah, go ahead and pull the plug on her. She's not going to make it. And if she does make it, she's going to have to live on the vent for the rest of her life. I woke up, Yasmin Adams. I woke up 2 weeks later, Yasmin.
Yasmin. Min.
Yes.
And then Adam's last name?
Adam, A-D-A-M, no S.
Okay.
December 18, 1972 is my birth.
1972?
Yes. And according to them here, my date that I came here was January 6, 2019. But that is a lie, according to me. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure on that one. I'll admit that one. But according to me, I believe I checked in on the 9th. But for whatever reason, if the date had something to do with them being able to transfer me to Kindred for whatever reason, which Kindred, mind you, is repetitive for everybody going there to die.
Yeah, he said he would go with the XR.
Okay.
So they sent me over there to die without my phones.
Okay.
And a DNR on me. So wait, hold on, let me finish before you answer, because there's an answer shit, and I just want to get it all in. Okay? So boom. I wake up with the DNR. I don't work for the hospital, so I just see DR and DN and R. Doctor, nurse, recovery. I don't know what the fuck, because I'm more drugged up or whatever. I have no idea. But obviously, I'm out of ICU and I'm getting better. At no point in time did anybody say to me, I have cancer. Nobody said to me, oh, you have a vein. Oh, you're going to do. No, nothing. Nothing. The half the time I was trying to get ice. And you know why I was trying to get ice? Coming to find out the trach wasn't even in my neck properly. So by 3 or 4 o'clock when my body got to a certain degree, I started hyperventilating every fucking evening. And they would tell me that it was me that was making myself sick. But it wasn't until I got to the nursing home when I finally got to the point to where they could put the cannula in my neck without the balloon on the back. That's when they realized that was what was killing me. And every time I was in the nursing home, when I would get the heating, the overheating problem, they would try to tell me, now I'm going into Mediport. Everything is my fault. Nothing is their fault, apparently. Right?
At Kindred.
No, this was at the nursing home. Kindred, this was between Kindred and the nursing home. Okay. Kindred, the DNR thing did not come off of me until I got to the nursing home. So that means even when I was recovering and getting better, they still left me there to if somebody saw me have a heart attack. Which, if I was to have a heart attack, I was going to have a heart attack based on what they was doing to me, because I didn't come in here with a bad heart. I came in here with phlegm on my chest, so what they do, they put a food tube in me and fill me up with milky substances to continue the phlegm on my chest. So how the fuck was I supposed to get better? I'm sorry, I'm cursing, but yes, I'm mad. Because you know why? I'm not in a grave. And then if I had stuck to, if I had believed the bullshit about this cancer shit, right? If I had believed that shit, the scaring, oh, you're going to be so sick, you're going to be so sick. First of all, if I had cancer, if I really had cancer, why y'all didn't give me any cancer medication while I was here? None.
Because we don't do that.
Okay, but you tell people that you have cancer, but they have cancer and they're going to die, which is wrong because apparently I'm still here. Second of all, right, you can't, I was here for 2 days. How they going to put me in hospice and all type of other stuff, and people who was showing regard for me, they turned them away, and people who I know didn't have anything. You guys went to medical school, right? So even if you had to they had to send the sheriff to Palm Bay to get an aunt that I do not deal with. My mother is a dementia patient. I don't deal with none of them people since I've been here. And Broward County knows that, right? They know that. That's why I've been out here suffering all this time. Yet they found a reason to go and get them and tell them to put a DNR on me or pull the plug. Look at how after they've drugged me up and try to convince them to pull the plug. So the only reason why they didn't do it is because they're not paying for a funeral for me. They don't mind for me to suffer. These are the type of people I'm related to. That's why I didn't fuck with them in the first place. But my point is, I understand you guys couldn't know that. But as medical people, when you call somebody and you have a relative of a person, of a patient, and they can't tell you one thing about them since the year and a half that they've been a cripple out here, that should have rung a bell that maybe these people don't give a fuck about this lady. Maybe putting her life in their hands might not be such a fucking good idea if we're trying to save this bitch. But apparently they was trying to kill me because I've started on my Nubs Up movement. And all of the stuff that Broward County had did to me, all of the experiments, I remember clearly being on I don't know if I was in okay, I shouldn't say clearly, it was a vague memory. But I have a memory of a doctor standing over me. I was naked. Mind you, my body is naked and that's a whole other problem I have. But anyway, my body is what it is, and a man is standing over me talking about, this is a bang-up job. He's looking at my scars like he's in a surgeon thing. So I'm on the operating table. And the doctor is like, yeah, this is a bang-up job. See what I'm saying? So obviously, even here, the doctors could look at me and tell that Broward fucked me up. Okay? What they wasn't playing, they was playing on me to end up crazy and in the home and strung out all the drugs they was trying to get me to do. I smoke weed. That's it. I smoke weed. I don't take cancer. And then so I knew for the whole year and a half, I knew because they were trying, because I got injured in my dog attack. You could Google me, everybody know who I am, right? They were hoping that I would fall victim because I'm a black woman and I don't have any money and I don't have any family, that I would fall victim to the nurse. They put me in a dirty ass halfway house with a bunch of drug addicts and a bunch of pills with one arm, right? So right there, they tried to have me murdered or killed or something or raped at the very least in the hood of Pompano. I left out of there and was in a hotel for 3 weeks and for the year and a half until I ended up in here. Okay, bouncing around with my one arm, not dealing with none of them. Knowing that if I put my life in anybody's hands, as far as medical places, people go, y'all was gonna fuck me. And so said, so done. I couldn't do no better because I'm trying to take care of myself, freshly recovering out of 6 months out of a dirty ass hospital where they chopped me up and do all kind of other stuff, and my body went through all kind of other stuff, and I didn't even have a nurse's aide. Okay, not even a nurse's aide. All of this is documented though because I make my little videos and I'm on YouTube. So that's why.
Was that here or Broward?
No, in between the time that I've left Broward. Since I lost my arm, right? Mm-hmm. They threw me out of Broward in July. Mm-hmm. No, in June 2020. Mm-hmm. No, June 2017. Mm-hmm. June 20th, 2017. And from that time to January 6, 2019, I was on my own battering with the arm. Mm-hmm. And I started the self-upliftment movement so people can know who's been going through stuff. You can still make it. You don't got to live according to what people say, because I don't live according to what people say. I've never lived up to anybody's expectations. That's why the bitch on them that y'all called don't like me, because me and them have never got along. But that's neither here or there. My point is, for medical professionals to have to dig somebody up, go around people that care about me, that would not have put the DNR on me, to find people that definitely would have put the DNR on me and pulled the plug. But the only reason why they didn't pull the plug because they're not pulling. Nobody didn't want that on their conscience because
So this occurred in January of last year.
what? The hair thing.
What you're talking about?
Yes. Well, I
So a
checked
year
in
ago.
January. Yeah, I checked in January.
Okay. A year
I
ago.
woke up. Yes.
Okay.
I woke up in February in Kendrick.
Okay. So what exactly are you wanting me?
What exactly I want? I want
What's
everybody.
the complaint that you want me
I
to
want
fix?
what I want. I want a medical meeting with everybody who came in contact with my body,
Okay.
because every diagnosis that they made was a lie. It wasn't wrong. It wasn't a mistake. It was a lie. And they put my life right now. People think I got stage 4 cancer just because I said it. I'm standing in front of you. I'm not dead.
Now, do you
No,
have
I'm
a copy
not.
of your medical records?
I just requested one. You
Okay.
should have a copy of my medical records
Oh, we do.
because they're here.
But you need to request it, so
I did
you'll
that.
have a copy of it.
I did
But
that.
you're gonna have to give me an opportunity to review your case.
I definitely will.
I will need an opportunity to sit down. I'll need to review your medical records
Uh-huh.
and see exactly who you came in contact with, what diagnoses were being stated, the things that they did. So right now, I have no answers for you.
I know I
can't
didn't.
provide
No.
anything
I
for
don't
you.
want any answers today. I'm not. Oh no, baby love. I know how this works because remember, the whole purpose of me starting my YouTube channel is because I know how the doctors and the media and everybody will cover for each other, and it's just me.
Oh,
Right?
no,
And they tried to say because the dog attacked me and I lived through that, I'm crazy now, or well, I'm going to be crazy, or I'm depressed. I'm not them.
So they'll be, so.
See what I'm saying? I'm good. They trying to put what I don't need depression medication. If somebody lose their arm or they go through, you're supposed to be depressed. The fuck? You gotta go through something. You can't have happy without bad. If I go through some shit, can I not be depressed for a little while? I don't need you to fill me up with a bunch of drugs to chip at my fucking brain to get me to convince me to think of myself the way you think of me.
I understand where you're going.
You understand? And I'm definitely pissed off. And excuse my language, but fuck that. We all grown in here. And I'm sorry, she's on the phone. And the thing about that is, if I was in the grave,
So I am
if I was in the grave, I would not be able. Come on, let's go.
Our conversation
Well, goodbye.
is ended.
Yes.
So
All
I'll
right.
walk
So
you to the
look,
front door.
what I'm saying
I
to
will
you is
do what
this:
I will do is I will look and see, and I will.
you haven't even heard half of the
Well,
problem.
I need to take an opportunity
Right.
to actually view your
I
medical
need to.
records.
I want to. Well, I'm going to let you know like this. I want a medical. I'm requesting a medical meeting
Okay.
with every doctor, surgeon, nurse, PCA, everybody that played up with my naked body while I was gone. I want people to know that they are just because I had no money. They put me in hospice and I'm not dead. How many other people was in hospice with? I bet you everybody in hospice that are black don't have any insurance. That's pretty convenient for the hospital, don't you think? I would think so. Well, it wasn't convenient for me, baby love. Because as you see, I'm quite all right. And because surgeons who carry the weight of being able to say anything they want to say, and all of a sudden now you have this stigma against you. Now, according to people who cannot stand me, thanks to your staff, people are saying I'm walking around dying with stage 4 cancer and all this other shit. But here I am
And I
with
can't-
my one hand, and I'm in front of you. So I want you to make sure you let everybody know who's here diagnosing people that they are going to die, and calling people to tell them to come pull the plug on them, that they are fucking liars, and they are killing black people for no reason. Yasmin Adam, you'll hear about me.
I'll take a look into
Pussy. Bye, love. Thumbs up to the world. Yasmin Adam. Pitbull attack / medical murder survival. Medical murder attempt survival. Is me, extraordinaire. So, I have a story to tell. Out of many, I'm going to tell one. About the media. When the dog attacked me, we were all over the news. And by the time I was able to watch about 6 different ones, news broadcasts that had me and my dog on there. None of them would say that the police killed the dog on the spot. They said the dog was killed humanely. One lady said the dog even perked up. Now, when they killed Mr. George Floyd, they made us watch that for 9 minutes. I want you to think about that. The media, the Google, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube that blocks all kind of stuff. If I play somebody's music, they're now cleared. If I show my script, they don't want to see it. Right? They block my channel. But a 9-minute murder, they made sure they put that out over and over and over and over. Why do you think that is? Not just a 9-minute murder. A 9-minute execution by a police officer. Okay? Of a black man. Now, in my instance, they'd be damned if they make a police officer look like the executioner of a dog. But the executioner of a black man, oh, they want you to see that. They want you to make sure you remember it. Okay? They want you to watch it over and over and over again. But God forbid you think that the police officers would ever kill the dog that just attacked his owner for 9 minutes and tore my goddamn ass up. It was all right. They could have. I told them to shoot the goddamn dog. He was my dog. And they did. They did kill. They shot after the dog, but the dog skipped and dolly. Those shots, don't ask me what the hell I was feeding him. But my dog was fit. And whatever the case may be, they gave him something and killed him before they took him out of the parking lot. So, and they could have said that. What am I going to do, be mad? But God forbid police come off looking like a dog murderer. But it's all right for them to come off look like a black man murderer. I want y'all to think about that. Don't listen to what they're saying. Think what they're doing. They're trying to make sure that that is the image that we know and see and have for the rest of our lives. Out of all of the things that I've lived to see in this lifetime, to live, to watch a man be killed for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I know exactly what it is for my body to be under attack for 9 minutes. Right? I also know what it is to not be able to breathe and be begging for help and people just standing around. But because the white man said not to do anything, they were going to let me die, or they sat there and watched me suffer. The only difference with me and Mr. Floyd is that I felt like I was dying. He knew he was dying. And the media is making sure, even now, you still see clips of the knee on his neck. Why? You won't see as many clips of the police kneeling, right? You will still see more clips to this day of Mr. Floyd being murdered. And then they'll say all kind of shit behind it, but they know what they're planting in your head. They do not want us to let that image go. Okay? Now, my rage came from having to sit there and watch that. I didn't watch the whole tape. But just knowing what I was watching was enough for me. Because like I said, people will stand there and watch you suffer. So you see, you have a lot of this Black Lives Matter stuff, or whatever. I want y'all to understand this. A lot of what's going on is because black people have been selling each other out for the longest. Okay? We've been selling each other out for the longest. And my family, when it comes to prejudice, I was born in prejudice. Look at me. You can look at me and see why they don't like me. I'm nothing of them. Everybody who is Jamaican on one side, look at me like a whatever, I don't know. And the Africans, they're Mauritius, Indian people, they don't like nothing Jamaican. Mind you, both countries were under English rule when my parents were born. Two different third world countries. But if they say a white person, a white is right, no tell them, they can't tell them nothing. My issue with white women have been since I was 7 years old. My father got a white woman and it was a wrap for us. A wrap. A wrap. And her little white kids swear there's somebody after they moved in on my shit. Not to say everything was all good and my mother and my father was well when they got together. And nothing like that. But as the years go by, I was the nigger child that he didn't want. I was his mistake and I was always my mother's burden. And their relatives always treated me as such. Here I am, how much years later, the bad mind auntie them where I have that I can't seem to get rid of. After, let me tell you about my Aunt Norma, and I'm calling her name, fuck that bitch. Let me tell you about how this bitch has made my life a living hell as long as I can remember. Okay? From the time I was 2, apparently her son raped me. Right? My grandfather, and he was 7. Bust up my cherry. Okay? 1, 2. Over the years, I didn't know nothing about that because that was 2. I don't remember nothing like that. How I know about it is because my mother, who was a genius, very book smart or whatever, but was an alcoholic, love fight. One night they were arguing and fighting. My mother threw it in her face or something. Then as I got older and I started having sex or whatever, I've never experienced that whole cherry popping thing. So therefore that means my cherry was popped long before I knew it. Anyway, that same aunt made sure from the time I was 12 to tell everybody how I'm a whore. Long before I'm having sex. Everything is a word. This word that she referred to was, and alright, she got married when I was 7 or 8, and her husband came from Jamaica. And from that man meet me till I was 17, a man tried to fuck me off. And me, she blame. Then she tell her sister them, like, I want their men. It's them, I have some perverted men, and always I carry them man come around me. Right? I was their child. I was their sister's child. Yet, any and every little thing I did was, I couldn't even smile. You see, if I laugh and play, yes, my teeth are crooked, then I have to make sure I make my nose and my teeth are crooked, my teeth are dirty, my teeth. And then when I go on road, people come and compliment me, and it used to kill them. How cute I was, all this, all that. They used to let me go to school dirty and look mash up. And then come back, and my aunt loved to tell people about all people them say. She'll start every sentence with the people them say. The people them say. The people them don't say shit. Nothing more than she want people to feel like she and other people have this opinion that she's trying to convince everybody of. I moved out of their house when I was a teenager. I've never been back on them. They've been in Florida when I was in New York. They've been in Florida when I was in South Carolina. When I was in all of those places, people around me don't even know if I have family there. I've never mentioned them once. You see them throw every dirt, every nail, everything in my name. Shit, everything. Never have nothing good to say about me. And if you can't find anybody that has ever heard them ever say anything good about me, then you let me know. And that and not seeing me and not knowing anything about me meant nothing. It did not stop her from trying to dig a hole I don't even know what to say. Dig a hole for me to go into. Because all she would do is repeat the same stories over and 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 over again. Some stories from me at 19, you know. When me at 34, when my grandfather died, people come from Jamaica I've never met before can't tell me some slackness when they hear about me. From me a little pitney, and that's the only thing they've ever heard of me. So, and negative people, especially Jamaican people, them love negativity, you see, and they will live off of that. And them only want to hear one fuck up thing about you, them could hear 20 good things. The one fuck up thing that them take and make off of you. For what? Like you're perfect. And not one on a perfect either. Don't let me start drawing cards on people, please. Please. Anyway. Then, right before my dog attacked me, they put my mother in a nursing home. Me and them went to war. I came to Florida. I ended up 2 hours away from them. Right? Never going down there because there's always a problem. She's a woman where if I go to her house, she come back and say I stole something like a sheet. If she can't find nothing, she'll say I stole a sheet, a towel, or something. Mind you, to this day, I film things them enough for them place. I don't have nothing. I've never, in any house I've ever lived in, had any kind of possession for any of them. But my things down in them place, I can't get. I'm supposed to beg for my things, apparently. I'm not going to beg them for my things. I'm not doing it. Anyway, said aunt has taken over my mother. I told you my mother was an alcoholic. So what she did was make sure my aunt is a very manipulative and very controlling, bad-minded Jamaican woman. Very. And she has the reputation. Don't take my word for it. Nobody wants anything. She has no friends. The only people that she knows and she deals with are people that she can control. She send for people from Jamaica to come do some nurses here, something I should deal with them, something fucked up here. So I'm sure her name is Big Body Place, right? So I don't have to say you don't have to take my word for it. Okay, but I've been making these videos for enough years, and I've been throwing my words at them, and I've been waiting for one of them to get into the comment section. None of them can do it. You understand? Then when the dog fucked me up, right? Sweet them, they heard about it on the news. When I heard that they were there, let me tell you how manipulative the medical people are now. When I heard that they were there and I turned them away, they continuously drugged me for the whole week and down on me to let these people in. Even though I'm telling them these people are dangerous. These people don't have no heart for me. People don't want to see nothing good for me. Anyway, because they are the whites, and I was tired of making it look like we are such a dysfunctional family, I said, all right, man, them come. Who tell me for do that? The bitch come, they cut off me from any and everybody who would have helped me. And then took her time to try and either have me committed, since I wasn't going to die. She was hoping I was going to die. Since I didn't die, they wanted to have me committed. And then they tried to do everything to hinder my recovery. Fine, as well as just leave me on the whites. Okay? The whites, when you don't have, let me tell you about, you talk about racism or whatever the case may be a black woman or a woman of color that is not American, with no insurance and no family and some non-textbook injuries. They had a field day with my ass. They cadavered the fuck out of me. They experimented. They did all kind of shit. Out of the 12 surgeries I had, only one, and it was like the 7th or 8th one, my aunt was there. Mind you, I didn't let them in for the first few anyway. But she only came for that one. And that one, she was looking at me like, yo, man, you fucker, yo. She wasn't there to try and make me feel better. Trust me. She didn't directly say it, but I felt the vibe. You understand? And in the months to come, her actions spoke louder than words. They did all kind of experimenting on me, and when she said they couldn't kill me or whatever, she left me on them, expecting that I would end up in the streets or whatever. If you watch the documentary, you'll see where they threw me out finally into a dirty ass, crackhead ass house. In my condition, big and fat, halfway healed. They didn't even fix my shit properly. I'm all by myself in a land I didn't even know nothing about. Boom. Still made it out of that shit, you fucking pieces of shits. Dragged myself out of that shit and managed to bounce back. Then, a year and a half now, mind you, all of the things that my body has been through, and I'm over 45. I'm allowed to fucking break down. If my body want to break down, let my body break down, okay? So, in December, mind you, the year and a half that I was bouncing around, I was determined to stay out of all nursing homes and stay away from any medical care, They wasn't trying to help me anyway. So I said, fuck it. The only place I could afford was a dirty ass room in a dirty ass house. Even when the room was clean, it was dirty because the house is old and moldy. Around some dirty, stinking people. I got to fight for the whole fucking year and a half that I was out here too. I finally found a little place that they did some construction in. So it was extra dusty. Within 10 days of me moving in the fucking place, I end up into the hospital. I go into university with the reputation of from Broward County now, knowing that I used to wile up the doctors them, and I have proven all of them wrong, and have lived against everything that they've done to me, and all of my complaints so far have fallen on deaf ears. But I'm pretty popular with this new. I'm more popular than they expected me to be with this Nubs Up movement, and they don't know who knows what. But God forbid this shit hits the fan and the whole story hits, and they finally get the media to, and I finally get the media to expose them. So this is what you do: kill that bitch. Kill that bitch. Because first of all, the first set of doctors from Broward Health told the media from the very beginning that they saved my arms. Saved what? When? They did not. So that alone is a problem for them. All the extra shit. And you see, the thing about your memory is you have no idea what you've forgotten until somebody else reminds you or something reminds you. But I have been making videos from the time I was in Broward County, Broward Health. And they know this. Taking pictures and taking notes, all that. And they know this. They are petrified of me, people. You say the same people them were you afraid of? Afraid of me. The same people them. All right, let me finish telling you. So, I couldn't breathe, right? And I wasn't eating. So I go to the emergency room. You see? I don't wake up for 6 weeks. 6 fucking weeks later. In a whole other hospital. With another chop, a colostomy bag, a feeding tube, all kind of shit. A thing in my neck, this scar in my neck is not from the dog attack. This scar from my neck is from that same fucking vent that they put me on and tried to kill me off of, that they're putting you on. You see anybody with COVID-19 again? You notice nobody don't have COVID-19 again? How come nobody don't have COVID-19 again? Wasn't everybody out protesting? Out of all of the protesters them. How come nobody now dropped dead? Because God is serious. God is showing you how different it is when you believe in God compared to when you believe in man. Only God alone can send a plague and kill off every fucking body. Man cannot do that. But you believed it though. See what I'm saying? So anyway, I wake up with all of this stuff on me. And then all of a sudden I see these same arms coming through or whatever. I had a DNR on me, which means do not resuscitate, which they put on me. Mind you, coming out of a coma, not knowing anything and nobody explaining anything to me. I said nobody explained nothing to me. Nobody didn't explain nothing to me. They stopped the people that I wanted there, which was only the neighbor that lived here, which ended up stealing half of my shit. I'm gonna tell the people, yo, I've been through some things, right? But at least he showed a little concern or whatever. And it's him that came and saw the DNR on me when I got all the way to the nursing home. And he was horrified. Now, people understand, I'm not a nurse. I know what it is now, but at the time when it was on me, and I woke up and I saw it, I didn't know what the fuck DNR meant. I had no idea what it meant. Okay? So I saw it, and then also, because of the vent and the holes and everything in my neck, I couldn't talk. So I couldn't ask questions. So they used that to their advantage as well. I couldn't ask questions, nor could I complain, nor could I do none of that shit. And they didn't answer anything. They damn sure didn't volunteer any information. Okay? So it was because of his horror did I realize that it was something, and then they explained to me what it was. And then when I'm telling this bitch to take it off of me, she gonna look at me and tell me it's illegal for her to take it off. I'm my body, and I'm my life. And furthermore, I did not check into the hospital for anybody to find a reason not to fucking save me. And label me for it too? Yo, people, if you are on a vent, okay, that's because your neck is, your chest is full of mucus. If they put you on a feeding tube, that feeding tube is going to be full of a milky substance like Ensure or Nutriment, which is going to contribute to the mucus. And when you're poor and black, they want it to stop your heart, which is almost what they did. But you see, because my heart is the heart of a fucking lion, eh? They couldn't kill me. They almost did, though. They came close. I ain't even what front. That shit was close as hell. But God had a better and bigger plan. And I'm trying to tell you, this COVID shit, this whatever shit, if you do not let them put you on that motherfucking vent. Do not let them put your family on that vent. That is designed. I had cheap insurance. That was 6 months left before my good insurance kicked in. So I was still on poor people insurance. And remember, the poor people insurance will pay for the procedures that you will die from. Okay? When they transferred me, they could have transferred me to Memorial Hospital if I was a cancer patient and they wanted me to be saved. They sent me to Kindred. Kindred has a reputation. Kindred of Fort Lauderdale has a reputation of killing their patients. Their patients go there to die. That is the reputation amongst the medical people. My GI doctor told me that in front of my friend who's a nurse at Kindred, and he said it to her. No offense, and she knew it. So they sent me there with none of my money, none of my wallet, not my wallet, nothing. So they also sent word to the people at Broward Health, that I was dead. So why did they need confirmation that I was dead once you got me out of the hospital? Explain that. Because it was a murder plot. That DNA was put on me in university, which means any doctor who was at university, any doctor who was at Kindred, any doctor who came across me having a heart attack that they induced through that vent that they put me on, that would have caused me to have a heart attack because I couldn't fucking breathe because of all the shit that they were doing to me instead of just giving me a shot of albuterol. They cut my throat and they hooked me up and then they laid me out and tried to get my aunt them to kill me. And if that didn't work, they wanted, at least when my heart stopped, everybody just stand there and watch me fucking die, was their plan. And then when that didn't work, that's when they come, oh, you have cancer. Get the fuck out of here. I'm getting better, so I'm getting better. Again, in less than 3 years. My body is bouncing back from some extra shit, and now you want to tell me I got cancer? Get the fuck out of here. Then they were like, no, it's stage 4 cancer. Really? All right. So you diagnosed me with stage 4 cancer in January of 2019. This is facts, people. Okay? You diagnosed me with stage 4 cancer in January. You don't tell me I have stage 4 cancer till March of 2019 because you expected me to be dead by then. Okay? That didn't happen. Sorry, not motherfucking sorry. Pieces of shit. Then you try to convince me I need to be on chemotherapy. Really? Came home and smoked my weed and told them to fuck off. It's 1.5 years later. This is what I want anybody with a sensible brain to do. Go back and find anybody who was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, January of 2019, and has been following whatever the doctors have been telling them. If they're still alive, compare their condition to mine. Remember, I've been making videos almost at least once a month since then to prove exactly and show my progress. So when I tell you, and I have proof of all of this, but because I'm a black woman and because I'm out here, I realize self-recommendation is no glory. But at the same time, the reason why nobody not paying me no goddamn mind apparently is because I'm a woman of color. I'm not American and I'm living in America. I was born in Canada, but do I look fucking Canadian? What part of Yasmin BB Adams sounds like a Canadian or an American name? Exactly. I'm just where the fuck I am. Y'all gonna crucify me for that? First of all, don't be mad because I'm fucking worldly. Okay? I'm internationally known. Don't get it twisted. Number one. Number two, if that's the case, I'm repping about 4 different fucking corners of the goddamn world. Nobody don't see my goddamn point. Nobody don't see. Maybe it's obvious that God put me up and set me up like this so that I will stand the fuck out. So when on to see what the fuck his powers are doing, sorry God, don't cry. When you see how strong his powers are, you remember me when you see me. Because God does a lot of things for a lot of us, but y'all don't realize it. Y'all don't see it. Or y'all not, people don't have a channel. People not putting it up. But what I'm telling you is this. And then they went around for the fact that they jugged me up and they made it a point to contact people that they knew had no intentions of caring for me. No, they couldn't even, the people that they had to send police to find my aunt them. And when they found my aunt couldn't tell them, not one of my aunt them could tell them nothing about my condition or anything for the 2 years that I've been out of the hospital. Which was a sure sign that these bitches had no intention of doing anything to help me. But yet you put my life in your hands. So you can't tell me that's not a murder plot. Who the fuck ever even gave my aunt their name needs to be charged with conspiracy to murder, because my aunt's name is on the proxy is in my file to never be my proxy. She came off my proxy and she was not to be ever on there as my proxy. So how the fuck they put my life in her hands? And then let me tell you what this bitch did. Let me tell you how wicked this bitch is. Yes. Let me tell you how wicked my aunt is. When the dog mashed me up, right? My mother had been in the nursing home for 1.5 years. I was adamant that they did not tell my mother that I was in the hospital. I was adamant that they did not tell my mother that the dog attacked me. My mother had no idea that I lost my arm or that the dog attacked me for 2 months. She didn't know until they finally brought her to come see me the one time. Since I've lost my arm, I've seen my mother 1 time in person. 1 time. My mother lives 2 hours away. But because she's under complete control of this bitch who has made sure to turn every fucking body against me and try and make sure I have nothing. She has a fucking jacket for a granddaughter who fucked on the place and have how much fucking picnic. I want to turn my mother into their caregiver when it was convenient. Yet, when my mother was to do anything for me at any point in time, whether I was young, old, or in the middle, it was a problem, right? She do everything for turning everybody against me, including my own mother, okay? And now she has complete control of my mother's finances, complete control of my mother's liberty. She fling her in our nursing home and left her in there. When she feel like it, she could give her one roll of toilet tissue and I want this and I want that. I'm going like she doing something for somebody. Anyway, I did not want my mother to see me like that, right? So what does this bitch do the second time around when I hit the hospital and they comatose me and I have no control over anything? She bring my mother down there in our mental state and put my mother on full display in front of some more dirty, stinking church people who love class my mother as a drunkard, as a this and as a that. Right? The bitch them who raped my mother, who father raped my mother, the one of them standing over me like, yeah, but them a pray for me. Then them a one stinking cousin named Earl. Let me tell you about stinking Earl. Let me tell you about stinking Mount Earl. Earl is my mother's first cousin. Is somebody I've never met until I was laid up in the hospital the first time. Me get a call from my aunt. Oh, cousin Earl want me to him. He's in Fort Lauderdale and Ray. So him come with the flowers or whatever. Fine. So him start come back and forth every once in a while. You know when people all and want love see people in a misery, come hitch up in the hospital room and I look up in my baby's my sitter's face, because I had to have a 24-hour sitter because I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't do shit, right, for like 6 months. So him love that. Then love see when you're up on your back. So one day he came in after the bandages had came off of this, and I just out of reflex I said, oh, and I reach out and he looked at me like, you gonna touch me with that thing? I was like, wow. But that was my introduction to what people would feel about me once I touched the road. So I said, all right. But and yes, I got a little offended. So of course, him get vexed, cause me get offended. I didn't give a fuck. Right? All right, good. Fast forward to when I first got out of the hospital. Mind you, everybody has smile up in my face, like, because they don't realize, and me, I don't realize either, that they was trying to kill me. It took months for me to really get to understand the concept of the whole DNR thing, and they was really going to try and pull the plug on me and then really come over there. So anyway, once I got back in my place, then said fake ass aunt now trying to look good in front of everybody. They made how many trips to impress the whites while I was in the hospital. But as soon as I got mad and checked my motherfucking self out and came home, you think I said none of them? Not one of them. Anyway, the first few months she tried to be like, try to make it look like she whatever, but that's because the eyes them is on her and she want people to be able to say things, right? Because she did something for me. So she claims she gonna send me a fridge. It's a one room I have, so, and they wanted a little fridge. So me have my money, can't buy my fridge, Don't get it twisted. She jump up. No, I have credit at Home Depot. I can send you a fridge. See? When the fridge come, no stinking Earl and want use fridge to people that carry. Yo, me nearly send him and the fridge up underneath their mama. But I didn't. And it's a good thing I didn't, because I hear him start talking, no? Hear him start talking and said to me, say, he would never, ever in life tell anybody that nobody can come back from sickness as to how bad he saw I was. Because he was in there, in my hospital room, and him touch me. Touch me, And so I just lift up my head and just drop my head back. And I'm saying to myself, watch this pussy one. When I was up and running, you never want to touch me then. When I was out here for the year and a half, you don't call me to see if I'm alright. You never want to touch me then. But when I look like I'm on my deathbed, pussy, you want to touch me then. That time you want to touch me. I hear him come to me about he was just there praying for the thing to hurry up and go flat. Or you was praying and watching for the thing to go flat. You couldn't pray for the thing to start bubbling up. The line, the flat line. Wait him there, I pray for the something for flat line so he can hurry up and go on. But he want to see it. He want to make sure if he watch me dead. And them pussy people that I'm related to. You understand? So if anybody ever bomber clock coming in my life come to me but I know what's going on, I can understand if you don't. As a matter of fact, I don't understand if I say something at this point in time, if fucking believe me. Because for every assumption that's been made about me, I have blown that shit out the motherfucking window. Have I not? The dog didn't kill me. Nor did I go crazy. Nor did I live in a home. Nor do I need a prosthetic. Nor did I need any fucking help from anybody who didn't want to fucking help me in the first fucking place. I managed without them. Nor do I live with anybody. Now do I have to do everything myself, and I still do the shit by myself. I did not take any goddamn cancer medications. I do not do none of that shit. Nor do I beg you for anything. When I live off of doing this shit. I hustle my money. Anything I get, I got. But they don't give me shit. Still. Right? I've also written a book. I've also made a documentary, and I didn't just sit there and just chat to make the documentary. The documentary is videotapes over a 3-year period where you could see and watch yourself the progression and how God works. And I use music so you don't have to listen to my voice, because I know my voice is not all of that still. Right? So, and if I come up missing again, because I've been fighting and I've been trying to explain to people for the longest that the system is here to kill all of us. And me, as a black woman, pick a struggle, any struggle. I'm a foreigner, I'm black. White people don't like me. White women can't stand me. Because to get their hair like this, they need a perm. And you know when they get a tan, and they go to the tanning salon, they come out that new buck rust looking color, like my Timbs. This is the complexion they're trying to get. So they've always hated me. And because I have issues with my stepmother or whatever, but white women don't, you know I don't fuck with white women. But any white women that I've befriended, they've all only befriended me because they were in a better position than me at the time. But once I drew, which were all nurses, any white woman that's on any of my followings or friends, they're all medical people who knew me when I was on my motherfucking back. But not none one of them would ever have a lunch with me. Never let me buy them lunch, because at this point they know they can't buy me shit. I would be the one buying lunch. But they wouldn't even give me that opportunity, much as invite me to their place or come to my place. That's not happening. So we are not friends. You had a little compassion when you was doing your job, yes, and you did it well. You did it better than others, fine. But you're also here to spy on me. And the minute that I take it to your motherfucking colleagues' ass, all of y'all are going to jump on their motherfucking side and sink me. So don't act like y'all are my friends, because you're not. And what else? So as I pursue this fight that I'm going to fight, because I'm tired. I am tired. My body has been through a lot. And right now, if I get sick, I'm not going to the doctor. They tried to kill me too many times, and I still don't have not one person that I could trust to say, you know, do this for me and make sure they don't do that for me or whatever. And I know their powers. I know that they'll knock me out and try and kill and do whatever they want to do. And the fact that they have medical records to back them up, my medical records claim I have cancer and I have this and I have that. They will use that and avoid the whole year and a half that I've been out here, people. This is what I need y'all for. Don't give your life to them. Okay? When I left the nursing home, they tried to kill me, all kind of bullshit, this and that or whatever. I said, all right, fine. If I'm dying, I'm going to live till I die on my terms. In my house, not in your little stinking nursing home where you can suck up my check and drug me and make me drain my energy around a bunch of old people. I'm not old and I'm not sickly and I'm not dying. I'm getting better and you trying to convince me I'm getting worse. Get the fuck out of here. I came home. And I decided I was going to live, and if my body wanted to kill me, I would rather my own body kill me than somebody kill me. You understand what I'm saying? Either you let your own body kill you, or you let somebody kill you. Okay? I'm not giving them my life so easy, and that's why they can't stand me. And I wrote a book about it, too. You understand? They hate me. Right now, the people, them, like I said, that you are afraid of, all they had to do was tell you you're going to have the flu, and the flu is going to kill you. And you believed that shit. You believed it. And treated everybody just as fucked up as y'all treated me. I didn't give a fuck. I sat back and watched back. I was already quarantined. Remember, y'all exiled me. Y'all exiled me from the longest. Right? Y'all threw me to the curb for the... I've been living in exile For a minute, I don't touch nobody. I don't want none of y'all touching me, period. See what I'm saying? So this whole quarantine shit came in handy for me. God said, just watch this, watch this. Right? Then they made us murder witnesses over and over again, not realizing they was going to spark a goddamn blaze that they can't manage. Now that everybody's mad, nobody don't got COVID-19 again? Y'all not scared? We all know that mass shits don't work, so, what you gonna say? Y'all was protesting with masks, that's why y'all didn't get it? Y'all need to stop being so fucking easy to get tricked. And stop believing in your fucking assumptions. You get some shit, everybody, alright, you don't believe me? My dog attacked me for 9 minutes. That's how I lost my arm. Right? And whatever you just pictured is not what the fuck happened. But let you tell it. You would rather believe whatever it is that you pictured as opposed to just ask me what the fuck happened. This is the type of shit that I go through. Do you know how many goddamn experts, so-called Pittsburgh experts, got into comment sections of Inside Edition and all type of shit who had me on the goddamn thing, lying and made me look like a piece of shit. And then you got expert people that just say they're expert Pitbull experts or whatever. And can't say anything on a bumbleclot run and go believe them. You know how many Pitbull experts have contacted me? It's been 3 years, you know, almost 4 years. You know, almost 4 years. And I'm completely sane because I didn't take none of they fucking crazy people medication. They couldn't convince me of none of that shit. Anyway, you know how many people, more Pitbull people have contacted me? Not bumbleclot one. Not one. Not one, but Pitbull owners think they know me. Have something slick shit to say like your Pitbull don't got a fucking attitude of his own. My dog, I would never expect my dog to do no shit like that, but he did. So what the fuck? What you want? What you want? You want me to lie and make you feel better? Fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. And if you don't like Pitbulls and you're a Pitbull hater, fuck you too. I don't give a fuck. Don't get a Pitbull. My story is not for you, pussy. The fuck that got to do with me? I'm so tired of every fucking body. It don't even make sense. Everybody want to be offended by my fucking experience. Go suck out on a mama. I'm not begging on a nothing. Enough owner don't even know what it is to have a Pitbull for his whole fucking life for 9 years. 9 years. And enough owner pieces of shit will have your dog and the first little thing gonna take them and send them got a fucking pound. I had to lose my arm before any of my dogs went to the pound. Try to know that before you fucking class me. And shit. Anyway, it's the assumptions them that's fucking killing me. Okay? It's the assumptions them, and then I'm getting assumption aided by people who cannot do what the fuck I do. Who are scared to stand up for them goddamn self. Y'all quick to burn down everybody fucking place, but y'all stood there and watched a man get fucking murked. And it's not the first time when the love stand up and watch people suffer. And put out your fucking phones. And put out your fucking phones. I don't love watch people suffer. You know what people love watching me? Drop things, pick up on whatever. But I'm quick to send them up underneath their mother. You don't even know who is me. Because I don't want nobody help me do shit. Because that's the next thing too. If you help anybody do one thing, you feel like you need to hold it over their head. Or you feel like if you fuck somebody over and they don't forget, they're expected to forgive you. Don't expect me to forgive nobody, but I don't forgive nobody for nothing. At 40-something years, I've been down that forgiveness road, and the only thing I've ever lived to regret in my life are the people that I have forgiven, that have come back to fuck me over. You understand? If you do something to hurt somebody, own it. Be a bad man about it. Keep it. Because you see, when I do you something, remember say, me no want no forgiveness. I don't want no forgiveness. Because if you make me do you something, that means you've pushed me to that limit. You understand? I personally don't do things to people just to do it. But my payback game is off the chain. Get the fuck out of here with that. What? Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about my playback game. Oh, that's why nobody don't like me now. Oh, who you suppose? They know. They know. Those who are related to me, they know I'm the worst nightmare. Everybody wanna afraid of me. Trust me. Because everybody afraid of me except for me. That's why they don't like me. Because the people there's so many people in my family that probably wanna be nice to me or reach out or whatever, but cannot because they've always been under the influence of this bitch. And because they don't want to go up against this bitch. And this bitch is the type of bitch that if you showed me any love, she would turn on you. So in a sense, I kind of understand their plight, but fuck them too. You understand what I'm saying? The one of them can go suck out their mama. Yeah. My grandparents made my parents. My parents made me. That's it. That's only people I have loyalty to as far as relatives go. Anybody else can go fuck off. They just came along with some extra dick that my granny got. Fuck is they saying? And half of them is not even my grandfather's kids. Listen, I'm so fucking mad right now. And anyway, I'm putting all of my shit out here as much as I can. This video is just so that I could vent because I have survived so much shit. And it's like, if I die tomorrow, the amount of things that I've accomplished, not only in the past year, but in the past 3 years, but especially in the past year, is history. Nobody's done it. But of course, because I'm a black woman, nobody don't give a fuck. But it's all right. I'm making sure I'm putting my shit out here so that if I drop dead tomorrow, or if they come and they kill me off tomorrow, if they come and Gary Webb me, which they will try, at least I know my shit is out. My shit is set. I'm not playing any music behind this. Yeah, I'm cursed, but you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I have a whole documentary out there. So I don't really have to get all into extra detail. But there's certain little points that I wanted to make. And I feel like I've hit on them. I'm sure I've left a lot of stuff out. But this has been long enough. I appreciate you if you've watched this all the way to the end. And we light a split. Let's all take a draw. Let's all take a draw. Because I'm so frustrated right now. I'm so frustrated right now. And the thing about the whole family shit is that no matter how I try to get away from them or whatever, you see when a person and me kick off now, they still throw that shit in my face. Well, that's why your family don't like you. And you know that shit hot. Even though I don't like them either. But you see, my relatives, they knew what they were doing. My elders knew what they were doing. They know if your family don't like you, nobody don't like you. And as long as they can sing, if anybody who has a Jamaican, my granny used to do the shit too. Back in the days, take up the phone and call everybody all over the world and tell them a kind of fuckery about you. Right? So by the time they come to visit, they feel like they know you. Now, I've left off of them from I was 17 years old. 18, I haven't lived with them. Yet, I'm at 45, almost decades later, they still have not, never had nothing to say good about me. To the point where I lose my arm and nobody don't want nothing to do with me. Everybody watch me suffer. Until they see the whole world has got my back. Until they see the Nubs Up movement is bubbling. Until they see how God is working for me and I them claim say them are God people. No, they want forgiveness. Them can go suck out. Because guess what? None of them wouldn't want no fucking forgiveness if I ended up in the nursing home where they expected me to be. And furthermore, enough on the people who love them family and act like you have good family or whatever. Enough on to go and end up in the fucking nursing home by yourself though. Stay there. The nursing home is full of people with family members. Full. So stay there. And people who had friends that they thought loved them. And relatives. I thank God me not no picnic for left me by nobody. At least. So, don't feel like you know me and don't feel like you can class me. No time. Okay. Nubs up. Bumbaras, Mavex. I don't even know if this fucking video made sense. I was rambling and shit. I don't even care. Nubs up. Oh yes, P.S. The next thing again, I'm telling you about the assumptions. You see the documentary that I'm telling you about people. It cannot come on YouTube because it's full of people people music, right? But it is called Damaged Goods, the Nubs Up years, from 2017 to 2020. The dog attack was in 2016, which means it's not a 3-hour documentary of me crying about my arm. It's a documentary showing my progress since I lost my arm and the medical murder attempt that I bounced back from. So, which they used the same vent that they put y'all on. So if y'all can't get nothing out of that, I don't know. But it's obvious to me God didn't put me through all of this for me to come back and be able to voice all of everything, show his works, and be mentally sane enough to tell you all you need to know to save your own life. You can't do nothing for me, you know. You cannot do nothing for me. I don't want to do it, son. You don't want me at your place and I don't want you at mine. You don't want me at your place. You understand? You don't know what, I don't care either. It's quite all right. We can make my own money. And that's the next thing. Let me just touch on that. Yeah. I'm very, very vocal about not begging for donations, and I do refer to it as begging for donations. Because if I was to do it with all of the skills and talents that I possess, even with my 5 fingers, it would be begging. Because there's no reason for me to be out there begging for money when I have all of these skills where I can make money. I have a story that nobody in the world has, and I can articulate it well. I also put it in a goddamn book and a documentary. But because the documentary and the book exposes what people do, I'm having a hard time busting. Nobody don't want to hear that shit. Why? Because y'all do some of the same fucked up shit. Same thing. So don't sit there and fucking judge me. Okay? And for those who ask for donations because they need it, I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. But I am not you either. I'm also not all of a sudden related to every fucking amputee or pit bull attack person that you know. Don't fucking do that. Don't do that. I have as much in common with every other amputee out there as I did with everybody who had 2 hands for the 44 years that I had the 2 hands, except for those who haven't had their 2 hands for 44 years yet. So don't fuck with me. And don't stop with your assumptions and act like you know me from somewhere you don't know me from nowhere. Okay, so, oh yes, and the documentary is on the Dropbox app. So you download, it's 3.5 hours. If you click on the link in my description, probably on YouTube it's not going to work. So you probably got to go to my Instagram, Nubs_up. Okay, that's the Instagram. It's also on my Facebook, Yasmin Adam Facebook. Anyway, it's 3.5 hours long. If you click on the link, it will play for an hour. Then at the end of the hour, it will ask you to download the Dropbox app. The Dropbox app is free. And it also is good for storage purposes, I guess, on your phone. Okay? If you download the Dropbox app first, the documentary will play right through. Like I said, if you know me, you know I use a lot of music to tell my story. So it's a musical documentary. So it's not going to be like this where you just have to sit and listen to my voice whine and whine and whine. I don't know where I get my voice from. But anyway, why I got to sound like everybody else? Exactly. So, Nubs up. I thank you for listening to me vent. Because, you know, I live by myself. I ain't got nobody listening to me and shit. So I did my little video. And I put this out there so that if I come up missing, sick, dead, or crazy, you know that they did it. Because right now I'm good. I'm very good. And the little problem I have is nothing deadly, nothing sickly. And I'm damn sure not contagious. So I don't know what the fuck everybody's scared of everybody else for. But anyway, me, right now, I'm good. What tomorrow may bring, who knows? So at least I put my stuff out there. check out the documentary on the Dropbox app. As I said, it's called Damaged Goods with a Z, like my nubs. From 2017 to 2020, the Nubs Up years. Yes, that's the whole title. And like I said, it's a God-made. I would call it a homemade documentary, but actually, it's a God's-made documentary. So he helped me put this together. He let me know to do it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And here I am 3 years later. Now I have a story to tell. I have a story to show. I have a story to read that could save your life. All right, thumbs up.